from SwitchWatch, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all well. This video is about how to get the best out of WRC 9 and other races on the Nintendo Switch using analog controls. Now, if you've watched my WRC 9 review, you will have come across my issues with games like this on the Nintendo Switch, and that's the problem with not having analog control for acceleration and braking due to the lack of analog triggers, of course, on both the Nintendo Switch Pro controller and on the Nintendo Switch itself. Now, if you're lucky enough to have another console, especially the new PlayStation 5 with its wonderful new controller showcasing all of that wonderful feedback, or the Series X controller or S, and you've tried either Dirt 5 or even WRC 9 with its update on the newer console, then sometimes it feels like playing a different game altogether. So how can you get a similar experience? Because trust me, it's no fun trying to control a car in a simulation game like this, fully accelerating or decelerating 100% of the time. It just means that often you'll lose control of your vehicle. So here's the method that I use, and of course you can use this with the official Switch Pro controller. Now, there are third-party controllers you can buy that will probably solve the issue playing in docked mode, primarily using the 8-bit Do Pro controller, which we have a review of here, but the issue cannot be solved like that in handheld due to the limitations of the current hardware. So all you need to do is go to options, and in the options go to controls. The majority of races that I tend to play, I change the controls on, especially this game and TT Isle of Man Ride on the Edge 2. Now, you can either do this in the options menu when you begin the game, or actually when you're in the middle of a race, so you can do it there too. And what you need to do is reassign the acceleration by creating a preset and clicking yes to preset when you get that option to do so. Then you need to reassign ZR and ZL buttons used for brakes and acceleration to up for acceleration on the analog stick, the right one primarily, and down for braking. Now, if you also want analog braking, you will have to do this, but I think analog acceleration is a must. Braking, well, that's completely up to you. You have two types of brakes here, normal and handbrake, so you'll need to tweak to what you feel comfortable with. You also need to remove the right analog stick from the camera controls, otherwise you'll be constantly switching between differing views when accelerating or braking, dependent on how you have it configured. Use the directional pad buttons to replace these if you want to use these views, which I tend not to much anyway. Then you'll have a twin stick rally game with analog controls, which is how the developers intended you to play the game in the first place. This is none more clear than the tips that are left on the loading screens. Unfortunately, there's quite a few of those in this game, telling you not to let go of the acceleration too quickly, which is impossible to do with the current control setup. Otherwise, you do tend to lose control of the vehicle rather easily. And that's how I get best out of games like this, in handheld mode especially, so I hope this works for you. If it did, let me know in the comments sections down below and let me know what you think of this control scheme, and are you using this method on either this game or on other games? If so, which ones? Let me know down below, and share your tips with other people so that they can see that in the comments section, because it's rather helpful. I hope you enjoyed this really quick video and found it useful. If you're new here, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and bell notification so you don't miss another video. Here is some of the content from this week, and tomorrow we have our weekly bargains with James, so that is every Sunday at around 6 or 7 PM UK time, and Jordan on a Monday with his weekly video of games that you can buy in a box, which is really helpful to our many collectors out there. My name is Juan Romero, and I'll see you again very shortly on the next one. Have a great weekend, everybody.